What's going on, guys? It's Austin from the 2nd Militia, and today we are going to be reviewing a Smith&Wesson M&P Bodyguard in .38 Special. Now, this is capable of shooting the plus P rounds. This is the later model. From the research that I've done, I've seen that Smith&Wesson produced this weapon some years prior, and it had a different brand laser that apparently they were having some severe problems with. Well, they smartened up and went with Crimson Trace, and I guess it was cost effective because the price of the firearm did go up slightly, but not enough to deter someone that was interested in this style of firearm from buying it. Just to show, for all the safety Nazis, it is clear. Now, the bottom part of this, including the trigger guard itself right here, and I'm sure the handle is, that's all polymer. And then there is a metal alloy frame that comes up that holds the barrel. The cylinder is metal. And of course, there's a thin layer of metal right here that separates the polymer. So, of course, you don't get any crackage. It's a 5-shot 38, and I mean, it is insanely light. I mean, this is definitely, you could definitely throw this in a pair of shorts pockets and, you know, walk out the house and not think twice about it. Trigger pull is roughly around 9 pounds. And it's just, it's a smooth 9 pounds. It's not anything that's ferociously hard to pull. I know a lot of you guys with modern technology and striker fire like the 3.5 pound to 4.5. Sometimes, you know, Glock's factory is 5.5. But the trigger pull is much lighter, and the reset is much, you know, much shorter. Of course, with this, you go back and you have to come all the way back out before, you know, you can detonate the second round. I did paint the front sight white. Not that you would actually end up using this. The laser has 2 modes. It's got a solid mode as well as a pulsating mode or strobe mode. I like where they have the position of this laser because it's up closer to the bore versus being down on the grip to where it has to angle up. Now it just has to kind of angle over depending on your distance. I mean, it's a sweet little piece. It definitely it is a little snappy, I will say that. For someone that isn't familiar with the 38 Special caliber, it is a little snappy. It's not, you know, sunshine and palm trees, but it's not that bad. Very controllable, very manageable, and if you set your laser onto impact, I mean, you can shoot some pretty good groups. Now, if you just shoot, you know, a rapid cylinder, 5 shots, you know, just as quick as you can, you'll have about a 5-inch group roughly. The grip texture is a rubberized grip texture. The trigger is also metal as well. This is something that I do like that I haven't had on any other revolver. Right here, the breech to open the cylinder is a top breech, and I mean, it's very quick. You know, you can use that finger to push it out, and also, you know, your laser is right there with it, and I mean, it's awesome. I really enjoy it. I was on the market for, of course, something smaller, but then I found this, and I was just really fascinated by it because I've always had a passion for the Smith&Wesson 442s, the hammerless style. I really like them, but they were just always kind of heavy, and then I ran across this, and I thought, you know, that's pretty interesting. So I guess you could say it's Smith&Wesson's equivalent of the LCR. Now, this is the Bodyguard model. Another thing that I wanted to note was the crane right here is actually polymer, and now where this is in the cylinder itself to eject, I mean, it's very light. I mean, it definitely, you can definitely get the shells out quickly. I don't know, it's definitely a pleasure to knock some shells out with. that's pretty much it. If I had to say anything negative about this, there really wouldn't be anything. I really can't think of anything other than the right here, the actual fixture that sits on the right here where the breech opens it up, the cylinder release. The fixture itself, it's a little loose. I wish they would have tightened that up, but that's just the fixture. I mean, you can move it and it's not, it's not going to come out until you put the force behind it to actually hit the cylinder release. Other than that, I mean, it's an awesome gun. It definitely is fun to shoot, and I like the way it looks. Me personally, I think it's a sexy looking revolver. If you have any questions, feel free to comment down below, like, subscribe, whatever floats your boat, and go check us out on Instagram. It's at The Second Militia. We're always posting up new pictures, gun porn, I guess you can say. And then, when videos are going to drop and things of that nature. So go over there and check us out. And like I said, leave your thoughts down below.